Welcome back, everyone, to the Mania World Cup 2019. It's the final weekend, and we have South Korea is nowhere in sight. It's Philippines versus China. With me is Kamikaze.
Hello,
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm very excited for this match because this is the winners bracket finals, and this match between Philippines is gonna be very interesting.
Yeah, that's right. There's not a lot of teams in the tournament that can hold up a candle to China, but I think if there is one, it's probably Philippines.
Yeah, and it's an interesting battle of skills as well because China, as we saw, is pretty LN-oriented of a team. Philippines is also very, very strong at the LNs. Both of the teams have players with auto-jump backgrounds, so it'll be interesting to see who performs better at their favorite skill set.
Yeah, that's true. It might not be so much of a back and forth like we saw in, say, Brazil versus US. It'll be interesting to see what their strategy is.
Yeah. You have to just wait and see until the warm-ups and then after what they decide to pick, or how their strategy will compare to.
Now, I honestly have a hard time getting a read on China's skill this year in particular. I know China's always super strong, usually second place in the tournament. But this year I'm not so sure because they didn't get to play in the semifinals. It was win by default against South Korea, and that's kind of where I was hoping to see see them actually be competitive against the team. Because every other match of China, except for that one, has been sweeps. Except they lost a point to Macau. I think something went wrong with the scroll speed.
It was a scroll speed issue from what I remember. One of the players just had the wrong scroll speed for the map.
Right, and then against Brazil, they also lost the point on Kimi Todoreka. I actually don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I think that was the turn that they had the scroll speed issue on.
Oh, what about the one against Macau? Let me look at it. Ineffabilis?
Oh, it was against Macau. I didn't.
It looks like Wilbon was using it and got a really bad score.
Oh damn.
Maybe they were just dialing on Macau. But either way, China has almost been undefeated in terms of points. Well, obviously undefeated in terms of matches, because that's why they're in the winners bracket finals. But they have hardly dropped any points as well. Philippines has their work cut out for them.
Oh yeah. And their expectations in order to beat China. And now we see the warm-up. I believe this is the warm-up selected by China. Looking at the map, it's a Will Chance map, and it's on Chinese. DJ Dr. Crystal, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's kind of really like playing a little bit. So I'm taking a look at as well. They beat 416 for lower side of the rankings, so not unexpected. They beat Indonesia, but Indonesia took 1 point on an SV map. So that's expected. You can never know what happens on an SV map.
Yeah.
Now their next match against the United States in the semifinals was a bit closer. United States managed to get 2 points off. So they're not quite as dominant as China has been, but they've gone against a couple of really strong top seed teams, and they've come out on top. Alright, enough looking at history though, it's time to get into the match itself, or the warm-ups.
Let's see type of a map this is, and this can give us some idea of how the teams will perform, especially seeing the star rating is up 6.3 stars, which probably is slightly lower than the final mark. As we're seeing so far, it's kind of same, but it's also more rise-oriented so far.
apologies for any weird sound going on. At least it's better than it was yesterday when we didn't have a stream at all.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. But as we're seeing from this warm-up, so far China has the upper hand in the more jack-oriented charts, because as we can see, this is a pretty heavy jack card.
Yeah, it's hard for me to say because I'm not a player like this, so I can't even play maps this hard. But it looks like it might be similar to what's it called?
Bend?
Yeah, it looks like it might be similar difficulty to Bend, but it looks a bit slower to me. I'm not sure.
I mean,
Either way,
the BPM is faster because it's 270, Bend is 124, so those jacks are about 135 BPM. It's a bit mixed with
it
long...
is faster, right? Wait, maybe it's fast, but it's not dense. The Jackson and Bend are just like they don't stop and they keep going.
Yeah, that's the thing. However, Philippines were both of the players missing on the jack, so that's kind of an indicator that if China wants to go for Ven, they will probably have an advantage.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. In fact, Cielity falling below 95% there. Did he stop playing?
Maybe it was some lag. As we can see, there's 140
yeah, there's not. I was looking somewhere else. I was looking at the pool and I didn't see what happened, but hopefully that doesn't happen during the.
Oh, apparently Cielity just pressed the Windows key.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, you can't do that.
Makes me remember the 4K MWC when Trouble actually accidentally pressed the Windows button and the US lost.
Oh man, Windows button is like a player's worst enemy.
Yeah. And actually we have the second warm-up by Ken's story. I kind of expected Philippines to go with another arc.
You made a good point about Bend. I think what we've seen so far in the losers bracket matches is the team that is just higher ranked has huge advantage on Bend just because because it's one of the few maps on this. I don't know how to say it.
On the skill range.
Yeah.
Bend is a type of chart. Contact charts on the higher level are usually you either do well on it and get around 999, or you just fail completely because it's so hard to keep up with. If you don't have the speed forward, you'll just keep fighting.
Right, that's pretty much what I was gonna say. Thank you.
Yeah, so if one of the players on the team can't keep up with Bend, then it's gonna be a pretty bad pick for them.
Even be a good choice for a ban on the Philippines side. We were talking before the match that China typically doesn't do very well on SB maps either, so Philippines probably doesn't want to ban those. China might though.
I would expect China to ban one of the SB picks.
They do have Wilton Chan, who pulled off this insane score on Nice Boys in the quarterfinals, but they might not have a second player.
Yeah, that's why I would expect them to ban We're All Gonna Die, because it's more reading oriented. And I would expect them to practice Aurora more.
Yeah, that's true. I guess Aurora is something that you can practice and learn pretty well, but We're All Gonna Die, even if you know the patterns, it's still really hard to read it, just because of the type of FPs it is. Still, that's a lot of time you need to spend. Yeah. So, I think it could go either way.
We'll have to see once the warm-ups conclude. So I think we're just waiting on players to download the maps.
Players are weak, knees are heavy. Wait, that's not how it goes. Palms are sweaty.
Okay, but we're finally getting into the map. We're starting with a bit of a slow jump here.
Might be good practice for We're All Gonna Die. I mean, it's not really on the same level, but
yeah. I mean, it picked up really fast. Actually, looking at the star rating, is 9.9 stars.
Oh my gosh, that's one. That's 0.1 stars away from 2 digits.
Yeah.
It was a
It's a
slow
good warm up to see which team performs better on the lens, though.
Yeah, Philippines is taking a lead on this right off the bat. It is their own pick. Maybe they're a little more practiced on.
Yeah, but this tells us that Philippines is gonna be really dangerous on all the Olympics. This is gonna be something that China has to know.
Absolutely.
And this is pretty mixed, actually. Those interesting stair patterns. Oh wow!
That was spicy.
The 100 stairs are really interesting. Oh, and this is the worst nightmare on Scotland too.
Oh wow! Look at all those staccato notes. This would be a good confident pick.
Yeah, but it's out to 0. So it's not that good in terms of accuracy testing.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Absolutely. But Mackenzie, we're gonna use it. What I'm wondering about is, where's Entos?
Entos is probably warming up on his own.
Yeah, I was expecting them to maybe like be spreading the love, be bringing the other 2 players to the second warm up, but it's just
Yeah.
the thing for now.
Let's see if he'll join later on.
They're gonna need his skills if they're gonna go up against China. Also, I guess they're doing fun.
Yeah. As you can see, both Gura and Tila, they are holding really strong on their own. They are leading, but they're not leading by much. This is gonna be an interesting indicator.
It looked like Philippines got a lead in that really early dense auto part, and then kind of stabilized, and now they're keeping up. Actually starting to take the lead slightly.
Now China has caught up, and actually China takes the lead now. Wow, those...
That's incredibly rude, the patterns.
The lead shifted back to Philippines. Alright, here we go. Now the Philippines team is missing more. Oh my god, those sweeps.
You know, it's good.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be very fun to play otherwise.
Oh my god. This is insane.
I wonder if 10 stars.
I think China put the league to their side and now stabilized it. Wow.
An absolute deluge of long notes.
Yeah.
Giving China the advantage, I guess. I'm not too surprised. I would suppose that once we get to, this level of play, the team that's higher ranked probably do better on it because accuracy doesn't matter at all.
Yeah. That's the thing. Philippines have the advantage on accuracy, but China is a bit better at the higher end stuff. Although on this level of map, I think it's gonna be fairly evened out. That's why this match is gonna be interesting.
Yes, for sure.
So now we're gonna be going into the roles, and then we're gonna be seeing the bans.
We got 38 from Satori, representing China.
And now we'll see what seal they will roll.
Oh, that's great. Making a prayer to the Osk gods before
Nice.
rolling. Look at work. 86 versus 38.
So we'll now be seeing China banning first, so I expect them to ban Aurora straight away.
Perhaps a little bit of deliberation going on. They do have to choose one of the SV maps if they want to ban SV anyway.
Unless they feel confident on them and practice. Well, we'll see.
I see the letters SV in the chat. Oh no!
Oh.
They're banning pictured as perfect!
That's very interesting. They're banning the technical trick.
Guess they're not feeling very technical today.
It's pretty hard physically, so I don't blame them for that. I didn't expect.
There's a lot of hard physical maps in this pool though.
Oh yeah.
Like there's illegal trap is incredibly fast. Bend is like it's like the Jackie parts of pictured as perfect but worse.
Yeah.
In any case, that's both SV maps still open, and Philippines historically being pretty strong on SVs. I think they're gonna stay open.
That's gonna be very interesting. Let's see what Philippines ban. I would expect them to ban PC. It's the longest LN pick in the pool. And probably also the hardest.
Yeah. I'm not sure what's hardest. I'm not sure actually which one is the hardest in my opinion.
It is, the ending is very hard. And I think
that's right.
That can trip up Philippines against China. They're still deciding on their ban. Oh, and actually Philippines ban Aurora. That's interesting.
Wow.
It's completely reversed from what I expected.
I guess China must be relieved because they're not gonna have to play now, and they got another ban.
Unless they actually practiced it, then they're gonna be probably not so happy about it.
Kura is saying that they never practiced it, so it's probably a good ban.
Yeah, and Satori is saying Wilben Jinju probably indicates that Winwood was going to play.
Yeah, that's what I would expect. GG indeed. You know what, now that I'm looking at the match history, Philippines has actually been banning SV picks throughout the tournament.
Oh, that
On
makes
the mix
sense.
up with a different team.
So they might have just picked one SV map, practiced it, and banned it.
Yeah,
Which is a viable
that's a
strategy.
good strat, very good strat. What team am I thinking of? The one that is really good on SVs? I'm so out of it.
US?
Well, it's
Maybe?
not. I remember an Asian team that was really.
I mean, South Korea?
I mean, obviously South Korea's good at
Thailand
it.
also.
Oh, it was Thailand.
Yeah. So we're seeing the first pick, which is Rings of Rainbow. That's an interesting pick from Philippines. Going for the density.
Okay, I mean it's I think it's a pretty safe pick. It's just board streaming, you know, nothing too outlandish.
I mean, the difficulty of this is pretty high, and the patterns are really hard as well.
That's true. I say it's just chord streaming, but it's 215 BPM chord streaming, so
Yeah, that's very fast for 7 at this density. So everyone is getting ready, and we're gonna be starting with the first pick of this match. Komarju Rainbow, picked by Philippines.
then Tozer.
Yeah, I did swap in for Cielo Day.
I knew he was lurking around somewhere. We also have FQ coming in for China. Or backwards, QX.
Yeah.
And Zhangfang.
QX comes out for China and Entozer and Kura for Philippines.
It's our starting lineup, so to speak.
Yeah. So far we're not seeing much difference at all, but the charge is just starting. And QX with the first miss, that's interesting.
That is a slight advantage for Philippines. But it was near the start of the map, so it's not as impactful combo-wise. Only a small lead in terms of Philippines.
However, Zhangfan is really falling behind now. Below 98% as well.
Yeah, look at Zhangfan's accuracy. He's actually below 98% now, while everyone else is at 99%. And there's a bunch of... Okay, misses coming from everyone, but there were definitely more misses on Chinese side.
Yeah. And Philippines is still leading in accuracy because QX is keeping up his accuracy with the Philippine players. But Zhangfan is very far behind with 97.3.
It seems like Philippines might have the advantage when it comes to rice after all.
Yeah.
I suppose they knew that coming in, that's why they picked this straight up, and that's probably why China banned a rice pick.
Yeah, that is a very viable strategy. And now Kura missing at the end of that burst, but that's good. Doesn't gonna be nearly enough, especially with QX and Zhangfan missing again.
That was a crazy burst. You know what's crazy? Looking at Entozer and QX screen, they're side by side, but their skill speeds are so different.
Yeah. Now everyone missing in that last part, but that's gonna be a win for Philippines. Pretty comfortably.
Yeah, very comfortable. That's like 50,000 points, half of a 100k.
That's actually very good accuracy from QX and Grab with almost the same amount of 200s. Entos are falling a bit at the end.
Honestly, I expected that one to be a little bit closer, but China, both players with a higher miss count, and Zhangfan, I think the 200 count was too high as well. The QX did lead in terms of 200 count with only 38. Oh, actually, okay, QX had the best accuracy, but Kura had the best score, which is, of course, what matters.
Yeah, Kura had less misses on his account. So now we'll see what China decides to pick as the counter Philippines. I'm expecting a long note pick straight away. Probably TC? Oh, they're picking Turkish.
No, yeah, it's similar long note kind of style.
And we're seeing Satori come in, replacing Zhangfan for this. We're getting into the second pick of this match.
We got a lot of hype going on Twitch chat, and that is totally justified because that's such a strong start from Philippines. Not just beating China on their own pick, but like actually, well, when I say their own, I mean beating China on Philippines pick,
yeah.
Which is not just by a little bit, but like by a very decisive amount. And they even have the early lead here. I would say an early lead, more like an early fluctuation of the blob.
And here we go, the meat of the map. Entos are first to break. Now we're seeing repeated misses from Entos actually. Entos are falling pretty low at 97%. That gives China a big advantage, especially with QX holding 99% and amazing.
Absolutely, and QX's partner now, Satori, who's subbed in, is definitely holding their own as well. With the second place accuracy in the...
And now QX finally missing, but still, China's got the really big advantage with 299. Entozar keeps missing with 97.5%, so they have about 2% to catch up to China. That's pretty big. As we're coming closer and closer to the end, China's looking very strong and about 70,000 points of advantage. And it will take a lot of misses from them to give up this point.
Yeah, China proving that they weren't as strong on the rice pick, but they're definitely here in the finals for a reason. In fact, this lead is bigger than the lead that Philippines had at the last pick.
Yeah, and those are actually amazing scores from both QX and Satori. QX with 0 misses, only 1 LN break. That's
so
really
close.
Impressive.
So close to the full combo. And this time it's Entos are bringing up the rear with only 901k. I say only, that's still impressive.
Yeah, that's still an amazing score for this difficulty, but he had problems with accuracy on this, as we see, with over 142. With 973,000 points from QX, that's not beatable. So now we'll see what the Philippines will go for. Will they go for We're All Gonna Die, or will they stay with Rise?
If I'm Philippines, I don't know if I want to take the chance, because I think that their lead on the rice pick, I mean, they've seen it now. They know that they have that advantage. And when you're facing Wilvin Chan, it's never a safe pick to go in SPs. Especially considering We're All Gonna Die doesn't require much memorization compared to just reading. So Philippines can't even bank on, oh, we practiced, they didn't, we have the advantage. That's not quite a safe.
However, still a very hard chart to play as a... You practically can't pass it as on the side read, unless you're really a great player on that piece. But still, the stutters are not that predictable, so you have to put some practice.
I guess it's true, it's finals, so even the reading pick requires there's a little bit of overlap of skill.
Yeah. And it does require a fair bit of physical skill as well with all those jacks.
Satori doesn't know what to pick. Oh no, Satori's asking Philippines what they're gonna pick, and Philippines doesn't know what they're gonna pick. I'd say if they want something similar to Rings of Rainbow, LAMD might be a good choice. It's also coaching a little easier but much longer. Maybe even one of the speed picks, Pulse or Illegal Trap.
I think LAMD might be an interesting pick as well. Considering you need more accuracy and consistency on it compared to most of the maps.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, both teams
they
are
actually
really good
going with LAMD.
Alright, totally called it. Sticking with the core streams, going to the 6-minute Psytrance map.
Actually, an interesting point there that Wilbenchan map this. So this is sort of a Chinese map. It's must be well known to them.
Yeah, it's home field advantage once again.
Yeah. Although it's not gonna be helping much if it's just a consistency chart.
Yeah, I don't think so. Sometimes when you map, when you map something, you usually test it over and over again, so you already have a lot of practice on it. But this map, the hardest part of it is the stamina. That's not something you can learn through practice.
Yeah, of course. And also sometimes when you map the chart and you play it over and over and see the patterns, you can easily get mind blocked. I've experienced it too many times.
That's true too. Alright. Everyone's screaming LA for this map. And
Los Angeles
these teams are
represent.
gonna need that energy, so keep it.
Los Angeles represent. So yeah, we're kicking off with the third pick, second pick by Philippines. So far there was no breakpoint. So the first breakpoint is going to be very crucial, but we'll see if China manages to make some dent in Philippines.
Now, Philippines did have a good accuracy when they played Rings of Rainbow, but it was, I think, mainly the miscount on China's side that really made the lead so decisive. And first of all, a miss for Entozer, not a great start. But I'm thinking on this map because it's not as dense, there's not going to be as many misses, and I'm wondering if that's going to give China more of an advantage.
Yeah. Actually, the only miss so far happened on Entozer's side, but the lead is still so slow and so small. And now Zhangfan is missing on the easier part.
Oh, that gives it right over.
Actually, that easy part is not that easy because of the LNs. It can be tricky to time.
Oh yeah, plus there's a history of players missing on the easiest parts of a stamina map because they're just like, okay, I need to conserve stamina. I need to wait it out, and then they conserve a little too much and they miss it. This part's so hype. Well, no more misses coming out about a quarter of the way through the map, and Philippines is taking it back into their favor. It does look like their accuracy is favored in this matchup.
Yeah, now QX is also missing. QX is still holding the highest accuracy in the entire lot, but Zhangfan 99.0 is average. Philippines does have a slightly better average accuracy, even with Entozer missing again, just a bit.
Oh geez, yeah, that is a very slight accuracy advantage. Because QX is beating Kura, but Entozer is beating Zhangfan.
Yeah.
At the very least, Kura is holding up that godlike combo, which should definitely give a little bit of...
Yeah, Kura is holding really strong, especially with accuracy 99.6. Zhangfan missing again, just dropping below 98.9 for a slight. Kura finally missing.
Oh man, I think it really rests on Zhangfan here because... Well, Zhangfan and Entozer, because if Zhangfan manages to catch up to Entozer, maybe because of better stamina, or just better focus, then that would definitely give China the lead.
Yeah, the lead is still in Philippines' favor, where it's very, very small. Entozer missing again.
See, like that. If Entozer keeps missing like that, then Zhangfan has a chance to catch up.
Yeah, but Entozer's misses aren't as impactful as QX's misses. Because QX is still holding the highest accuracy in the lobby.
That's true.
All the accuracies have dropped to though. QX is 99.5 now.
It's only natural as the map goes on.
Yeah, both Philippine players are about 99.3 in accuracy. But Zhangfan has finally dropped below 99.
Alright, it's past halfway through the map. Players are gonna be feeling the burn now, but they don't get much of a break. Actually, it gets denser.
Yeah, QX missed again just before, but he's still holding the highest accuracy. And the lead is not really moving, it's pretty stable. Oh, and now here we go.
Oh, this part could... Well, I guess it is only one part in a read along map, but it could give one team an advantage if the other team chokes.
And let's see who gets it. QX misses. QX misses again. Entozer now misses, and Kura and Zhangfan managed to hold on.
That's 2 comboing through that insane stream.
And it's gonna be beneficial for China probably, because Zhangfan kept a pretty big combo before that as well. But the lead is still in Philippines' favor.
Yeah,
it's not really moving.
Like I said, it's just such a long that though that one part is really hard, it doesn't really matter that much.
The lead is still about 10,000 points from what I see. Entos are missing again. Zhangfan's combo is really high, but his accuracy has dropped to almost to 98.5.
Yeah, that combo alone is not going to be enough. Combo doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but when everyone's missing this much, it's not the biggest indication of who's going to win.
Oh, and now QX with 2 misses, Kura only 1. Entos are missing now. There's still some time for China to recover.
Ooh, not that much time. I think Philippines is feeling pretty safe here, unless they hit a Windows key or something like that.
Oh no. Don't jinx it.
Okay, I didn't say anything.
But still, any choke... Actually, Zhangfan missing now. But any big choke from Philippines would have switched this lead to Chinese side. They can't afford to lose concentration now.
Oh, their arms are gonna be crying out in pain, though. He's not so much if they're still keeping strong.
And the density is letting up now, so it's gearing towards the end of the chart, and it looks like Philippines will take the second.
There it is. You know, one interesting I noticed, Entos are kept pretty much the same accuracy throughout 99.3, but Kura and QX, I think they were both feeling the burn from the stamina, because Kura started up at they both started up at a really high 99%, and then they both dropped. Kura actually dropped below Entozer's accuracy, which goes to show like why this is in the finals pool.
Yeah, those scores are actually pretty close. 968k from QX, only 2k less on Kura and 3k less on Entos. Just Zhangfan being a little bit behind. That gives lead to Philippines.
Entos are coming in again with the best Rainbow 300 count, though, with the incredible ratio.
However, QX is very close behind as well.
Yeah, it was extremely close.
So we're still not seeing any breakpoints, and now what China decides to go for. I would expect them to go for LNs again. So probably either TC or Cassiope. No, I spelled that wrong. Cassiokusei. Oh, they actually going with Sailing Force.
Alright, Sailing Force.
That's interesting because the only 2 points that Philippines had lost against the US in the previous round were actually a mixed pick. And this is a mixed pick.
Oh, that might be a smart choice then. Entos is calling out Kura to carry. They're both gonna have to pull their own weight if they want to beat China on their own pick.
Yeah, on the previous map they had almost exactly the same score, so that's a good thing from them. We'll see how they manage to handle this map. And here we go. So far, a pretty weak start from Zhangfan in terms of accuracy, but so does Entos. Both dropping below 98%.
Ooh, that's a lot of 200 drops from Entoser there, but Zhangfan did drop a miss.
The lead is still in Chinese favor. Satori holding 99% through the intro.
If you take a look at Entoser's accuracy, it's rapidly recovering, but it fell to like 96% on that crazy trill part. That was the definition of 200 rush.
Zhangfan missing again, but Entoser keeps missing. Kura is still holding strong with full combo 98.7. It's not Zhangfan is winning again. That's giving the lead to China.
Yeah, I gotta say, Entos are not performing quite as strong as I expected from him. Kura might actually have to carry.
Yeah, and Kura missed. So the only full combo left is Satori on Chinese side. Satori finally looking the full combo. Accuracy is still 99%.
It was right on the cusp there. That those bursts were a little too hard, but yeah, definitely hanging on.
And here we go.
Bursts. Ooh, drop right at the end there from most Chinese players.
Yeah, that's still pretty comfortable advantage. And China will win their second point on Sailing Force by about 17,000 points. Satori actually with an amazing 2-miss score, 957k. Kura with only one miss.
Kura really did want to carry that one.
Yeah. That was really close to full combo, but his accuracy was substantially lower than Satori.
Yes, that's definitely true.
And those are actually...
Sorry, Kura's sorry my ratio. It wasn't so bad.
That was still commendable on this chart. Zafan's ratio was worse.
Yeah, especially since it's got a lot of technical long node releases mixed in with the
yeah, and the bursts are really fast and mean.
Very.
So now let's see what the Philippines decide to go for.
We're 4 maps deep into the match, so at some point the teams are going to run out of maps they're comfortable on. Philippines already went through both of the, I guess, like, primarily court stream maps.
There's still pools left for court stream.
Oh, which one?
Pools.
Oh, yes, okay. Well, I was thinking of that more as a speed-oriented pick, but that is a form of court stream, that's true. Maybe Pulse is what's next.
The pure speed pick is illegal trap. Pulse is kind of like fast light jump stream. Or core stream rather.
Yeah, you mapped that one, you would know.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad we have people in the Twitch chat translating the chat for us.
So yeah. And now I have to wait and see what Philippines decides to go for. They might try Ven as a wild pick, but I don't think that's a good idea.
Ven has been quite popular, it's been picked on all 3 of the matches so far.
Yeah. It's a very polarizing pick, as we discussed earlier.
Yellow can't enter. That would be a problem.
So I think we're still waiting for Cielo Day to just come in and give the pick.
You know, this finals weekend does only have 5... Well, I guess it's got more if you count next weekend. But only 5 this weekend, which means that we don't have as much of a chance to see the maps. There's 2 maps that still haven't been picked yet. Zero Fua and Illegal Trap, which we were just talking about.
Oh yeah. Illegal Trap was banned once, I think?
Banned twice. The United States banned it against both opponents.
I didn't see the second one, but yeah.
Yeah,
Fua was completely ignored so far.
That makes it they're both extremely dense and difficult. Oh, looks like Cielo Day's made it into the match.
Yeah, we should be seeing the pick in just a moment. Oh, and they're actually going for illegal trap.
Oh wow, we were just talking about that.
We're going for the fast-paced stream chart.
Yeah, they're moving on from the core stream picks to the speed picks. Still sticking to Rise. They're gonna bring this onto stream for the first time since the showcase.
Yeah. It's gonna be an interesting pick because from what we saw so far, Entozer is not playing up to his strengths, and Zenfan is missing a lot on harder Rise picks. So I'm interested to see how those two will perform on this one. Because I'm fairly confident that Kura and QX should be fighting for the top spot in the lobby.
Absolutely.
We should be getting ready and we shouldn't be getting the match started in just a moment.
This song goes so hard though.
Yeah. Once it picks up, it almost never stops.
Alright, here China's looking to take a break point. As Philippines picks get slowly get less.
There isn't any real need to change things just for the sake of changing.
And as we see the first bursts go in, we already see the accuracy dropping across the board. Only QX keeping 99% to that.
That is insane on that type of burst.
Yeah, those are very fast bursts, about 320 BPM. They're not that hard to combo per se, but they're very hard to hit accurately.
Maybe it might be a little bit hard to combo because Entozer's the first one to drop and he does so twice. Kura dropping as well, that's gonna give China a very slight lead.
Actually, 2 misses from Philippines and that's slight of a lead. That's due to Zhangfan's accuracy being pretty low on this.
You were talking about Entozer and Zhangfan duking it out, and Entozer is coming out on top despite the misses. Zhangfan has the combo, but is like an entire percent below in terms of accuracy, and it doesn't even have the combo anymore.
Zhangfan
Bless you. Wherever that was.
Yeah, QX is holding still an amazing combo of 99%, is definitely carrying the team. But the lead is just shifting.
There goes the last full combo.
But even despite that, the lead has shifted towards China slightly, especially with Entozer missing now.
Yeah, Philippines, it's not looking good. I don't think they're quite as strong on this as they were on the, I guess I would say, easier Rise picks. China just has that raw speed. QX almost getting back up to 99%, which is insane on this map.
That is amazing. And now for the only break in this chart.
Oh, and while I wasn't paying attention, Zhangfan came up from behind. It is now matching Entozer in terms of accuracy. Or maybe it was maybe it was Entozer that dropped, but either way, that's...
Yeah, both Entozer dropped and Zhangfan has got up to 98%. And Kura is slightly losing to QX in terms of accuracy, even though he has an insane combo right now. Only Zhangfan and Entozer are comboing through that. And from now on, the density just doesn't stop.
Kinda does have a lead, but it's a pretty small lead, especially compared to what it was in the previous two matches.
Yeah.
Or previous few songs.
Now both of the Philippines are coming up to the densest part of the chart.
It looked like Entozer might have been pulling ahead of Zhangfan a little bit, but with those misses, while Zhangfan continues to launch the multi-thousand combo, that's not going to be a good advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, that map is so fast.
Part.
That was several misses from Entozer.
Kura has held the combo, but his accuracy is a bit lower than QX. Although QX can a little bit.
Yeah, oh, I gotta say, I think Kura is catching up to QX in terms of accuracy, and
wow.
Entozer's slightly pulling ahead. I think smaller and smaller.
This is getting really close.
Oh, China
And
can't
now
be this
defense
like
is
now.
Philippines is bringing it back.
Oh, that was a huge choke on China's side.
Oh wow. Wow, this is so close. They can't afford to miss a single note here.
Oh, there's like nothing left in the map. How?
Oh my god. It's getting closer. Oh wow.
Oh my
Philippines won
god.
by 864 points. Oh my god.
864.
This is... Wow, that's insane.
Philippines bringing it back, and Kura actually finishing out the map with higher accuracy than XQ and the best score in the lobby, which is crazy. I think there
Wow.
was a choke there at the very end for.
Yeah, Philippines have brought that back in the last bit.
Whew. They flipped it. Kura came out top. 800 points. That's so little. Like how? Like that's like I don't know. I was gonna say that's like 300. 300 can actually give you 300 points because of how many scoring works. But it's very close.
Yeah. One miss on either side could switch that.
Hard to remember.
Oh, alright. Coming down from the hype on that one, and wasn't a break point, but Philippines just barely hung on. That's good. They can't afford the match. But now it's China's pick, and China is looking a lot stronger. They all took that one. Almost as in like one miss away from taking that.
Yeah, that was insane. But Philippines have managed to hold on to their point. So it's still open, still no breakpoints. 5 maps in. China is going for another.
What is it? Kasio Kusei? I used to pronounce that right, but I messed up that time. I think China's going right below the long no picks. How many long no picks are left? We saw Sailing Force. We saw my memory's failing me. Great. We didn't see TFC yet, so that one's still open. I guess no one's really looking forward to playing TFC, even if they think they're gonna win.
Yeah, TFC is very long of training. That's surprising.
Now I gotta say, I'm so happy that this match is being close, because sometimes when you're up against China, it's just not close at all. But Philippines really showed up this year. China struggling a little bit, but I have to say, I think China's getting close, getting it better than
The teams on their own picks. China picks, the difference is bigger.
And Philippines can't have the sort of dense long note stuff that China really likes, which is crazy because throughout the tournament, Philippines has been so strong on long note.
Yeah, just a matter of Philippines being really strong, but China being stronger.
It looks like that SD might have caught Satori off guard. Satori's swapping in now. I just noticed that.
Yeah, QX is still holding very strong with 99%, and that's carrying China. Entos are fighting with Satori right now, but Kura is behind all of them.
Yeah, my eyes are glued to those numbers. I mean, Entos is below Kura in terms of accuracy, and at this point, we're really about even. So that of accuracy, it's just
Yeah, Entos has actually dropped a decent bit, and QX now missing, but QX is still above 99%. Satori is also above 99%, with both Philippines players at around 98.5%. And the advantage is growing for China.
I mean, it looks to me that that lead is just going bigger and bigger, and Entos are actually continuing to lose combo, which is interesting. I'm not sure why the... Like, I don't know what's happening.
Atos's accuracy has dropped a fair bit as well. The lowest in the lobby right now. Although his combo is carrying him a little bit. But after about 20,000 points of advantage from China, halfway in. Over halfway in.
Entos are holding on to that 98 with everything he's got with those crazy releases, not quite holding on to it.
There's a little bit of a break, but yeah, he dropped below.
Oh, not even the break giving Entos a break.
And especially with this section coming up, it's gonna be holding up. Both Chinese players are still holding above 99%.
Entos looked so strong at the beginning, but he's starting to lose it.
Yeah, the crazy inverses and crazy patterns. Even Chinese players are slightly dropping. QX dropped just below 99%.
Satori the MVP right now, giving QX for the money. I mean, they're on the same team after all, but...
Yeah, that's a very strong performance from China.
There's QX getting the old 99% back. Oops.
Oh, he missed out the ending, but yeah.
Okay, still 99.
That's a decisive win for China.
That's a 3-3, but the pressure is on because Philippines has to choose another pick. And it's hard to know what they're going to win on.
And we're gonna be also introducing another commentator for this match. Just obviously Juan Crystal, as always.
Hey, we got to make the match even more interesting now by producing misses, I guess. One way or another. I mean, we have to see a breakpoint at one point.
Yeah, it's gotta eventually, otherwise it's gonna go to breaker, and that would be crazy, but that's not what I was expecting from this.
I mean, I think a tiebreaker makes sense, really. Like, I think it was expected that the Philippines and China will be very, very close. I just don't think it was that expected that China will dominate this to like a closer fight in those maps. You were mentioning before that Philippines are so far away of getting a break, and China just were like 3 digits away, like 800 points.
Yeah. Dang. It's dominating on their picks. But it's still neck and neck. You can go the distance, definitely.
So offense left for Philippines. They got pulls, I guess, have 10, or they could venture into a long note pick if they really wanted to. And the SV pick is still open. All of them are...
A beautiful okay, girl, if it's gonna...
It's a very hard pick.
That's gonna be kind of I want to see Sang playing on, but well, no, his comfortability, so it makes the part that it could be pretty hilarious to see him. They make no sense.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
His accuracy is not up to par usually, but his combo ability is something that's very, very good for this level.
Anyways, here we are waiting for the pick from the Philippines as the match progresses. Philippines runs out of picks, so maybe they want to try a different approach as they are starting to lose that advantage they had on course maps because there are just no more maps available for that category. They could try to go with the SB available. And they're going straight for speed. It's gonna be wonderful.
so they're going for the mixed pick. This is dangerous territory already.
Yeah, this is the first time Philippines has chosen anything with a significant amount of long nuts in it. The long nuts aren't quite so bad, I guess. I can't say. I don't know. I wouldn't feel safe picking this if I was Philippines.
Yeah, I guess they just don't have any easy picks left. Picks they feel comfortable with. And even illegal trap, as we saw, was very, very down to the wire. I kind of expected them to go for pulls, as it still forced a bit, but Wonderflux kind of makes sense. However, this is a very vulnerable pick.
Oh, we're not seeing Samsung for this actually. We're seeing Saturday staying around for the speed. That's interesting. That could be a very bad sign or a very good sign. I'm actually not sure.
Well, according to our trusty RLMD, Satori did say that he was on fire, so...
Well, I mean, he has been setting some crazy scores this match. If he feels confident that he can do it on this one, then as well stay. As the match is about to start here, we see China having a little bit of a lead here in the intro as Sentosa found them at the very first node. Soon to be equalized by Saturn now, but it's just a trade back and forth. The scores difference is not really getting any higher.
The slight lead from China at the start, but that's not gonna matter too much. It can shift at any point.
Yeah, this is a section we're not gonna see many changes though. This long nose won't really be impactful to the scores at all. But the lead is very, very short. You can see it's on the reach of 5,000 points, and we're getting now into the embers. Entoser finds a break, which is gonna give some leeway to. As we start to enter now into the harder part. The song's picking up after this long note, so.
The long notes were the part that I was most worried about on the Philippines' behalf, because I was worried they might give up a lot, but it doesn't look like it's giving them any trouble.
In fact, it seems like it's the other way around. Satori found quite a lot of bricks there alongside QX, and there's another one, so the Philippines is going to start to catch up. Double miss there for Chap. There's still the full combo of Ikura, who's keeping the Philippines afloat. The accuracy difference isn't all that high anymore with the misses, and Philippines are taking the lead back again.
Oh wow, this is very, very close.
Oh, here's one of the hardest parts of the map with the crazy back and forth chords. He's just giving Philippines
so
more and more
sure
relief.
of a lead, Ikura! Oh my god, they dropped the full combo. And Entoser falls!
China still has the slightest of leads.
Oh, that is what China... They got past the hardest part and they came out with a pretty significant lead. Have to hold on to it now.
The only thing Philippines had on the favor, that huge combo advantage is no longer, and you can see that Sari's edging like very close to the 99s, and QX is just way ahead everyone else. So that's gonna make a very big difference. China's in a really good spot with only a quarter of the map remaining, even less than that now.
Satori was right in saying that he felt confident on this one because he's beating both Entoser and Core right now. But in terms of accuracy, at least.
And China is building a pretty comfortable lead right now.
They really are. I don't see this changing, but Sari finds a miss and now into the last chords. Kura also trays, and he's actually tanking a little bit. This is no good news for Philippines. They might be losing their first election. China with QX finds another miss, but it's not gonna be enough. They're gonna take this one. And it's the first break point of the match, 4-3. I knew I had to join this in order for this to happen.
Thank you,
Right,
Juan. You're all that China needed.
Right as
Oh,
Juan
now I
joins, the
feel
first
bad.
breakpoint happens.
Don't feel bad. Philippines was running out of good picks anyway. I'm not sure if this was their best pick, but it certainly wasn't the one they needed.
Definitely. Just look at the accuracy difference here. QX 28 200s, Puma 26. That's a big difference.
Yeah, the accuracy from QX is amazing throughout the entire match.
It was actually pretty close. Tozer beat Satori in terms of score, in terms of accuracy. But Kura really choking at both the hard parts is what gave the lead over to China. Philippines is looking to take a breakpoint back if they need to, and look to force breaker. Otherwise, they're not out of the tournament yet, but they have to face South Korea, so it's not looking good for them.
I'm interested to see if China will finally decide to go for TFC.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Yeah, he
nice.
killed it.
So they're going with Yurufua Jukai Girl, the mixed pick.
Question is, are we getting to see Shangfang on this, or we're still keeping Salary? I mean, he's on fire, he called, so might as well just keep him around now.
With Satori in, they won on the mixed pick, so I think he's gonna...
Oh, I see the name. It might be a swap. There's Zhangfeng.
Oh, quite interesting.
This one is significantly harder than their mixed pick. Probably one of the reasons why it hasn't been picked yet, and would possibly motivate the.
I'm actually surprised as well, the fact that the Philippines are not making any changes. I mean, sure, Entorsen and Kura are doing really well. I was expecting Seal to show up every now and then on some picks. Seems like it's not the case. I'm just gonna start with Yuru, Fua, Yukai Girl. With Sangfang, I'm gonna get the thing I asked for, at least. Even before he full comboed.
That would be insane. So far, a slight advantage to China, purely off of Kura Zachary's and Kura Zachary's but start.
Yeah, whether it's Dongfan or Victoria in on the second spot, they're still beating both of the Philippine players a little bit. Barely enters a little bit, but Victoria is also behind in the last.
Court is not that huge. The Correct Dark. Interested thing is taken. Okay. Bro, dropping at the exact no, that it's a chance. Really, really close. They'll take the lead now.
Great Quan. Bowser is playing out of his an MVP for the lobby. For just a little ahead, but that's a pretty side.
You can keep this up. Combos was gonna carry Philippines as he has been throughout previous matches. Also find the break. Actually,
They're still holding a pretty race to China. Both Chinese players are dropping below 99%.
And trying to rip himself.
we're dropping though QX as well. That's a trade, but Sangfang, as we expected, managed to hold on to this, but this breaks from QX may be too much for China to handle for Sang. And there's forming! Oh, he said the whole combo reset by the whole.
There
Simply alone.
is no difference.
This is so close, and it's only a quarter of the remaining. There's still some long. No, Sangfang finds another miss. The Philippines now have the chance that you need to hold comp. But they break back to back.
Look at just saying, he's playing out of his mind, and he is now beating both these players by a significant margin.
Another miss by QX. This lead is looking comfortable now for Philippines. They might just do it again. Is this another break point? The map is almost over.
They just need to hold on.
Sangfang with another miss. And Cool and those are unshaken at this point. 99% act for Entoser, a miss by Kurt is not gonna matter. And they take their 4th point. Now it's tied again.
Wow.
Got another break point, boy.
Woo! What a match!
As soon as you came along, there's breakpoints happening all over the place. Oh yeah, that was an insane performance from and Kura as well, both hitting their score.
And I like call Philippines. And I was right.
You were absolutely right. It looks like either Philippines or China is completely sure they're picking game.
That's such an important win, though, for the Philippines. They really needed to get back as soon as possible. Break points around this point of the match, when you're like 3 points each, it's really, really dangerous because you don't have much time to get back. You can have to get it immediately, and thankfully the Philippines did for themselves. Prove that they're still in it.
But now it's gonna be interesting. What do they pick next?
You know what's crazy is that China got a breakpoint on one of the mixed picks, but Philippines got a breakpoint on the other mixed pick. That just goes to show how close they are in terms of skill on this particular skill.
Still have Chocolate Girl for mixed picks. And we have Vent for chord jacks, Pulse for chord stream, Thiefsy for long notes, and then there's We're All Gonna Die.
Honestly, if anything, I think China might be running out of long note picks. The only like pure long note pick left is Thiefsy.
And it's really the main thing as well. That's interesting because now China is starting to run out of picks too. Is Chocolate Girl here?
I would expect the Philippines to go with Pulse.
Alright, this is Philippines pick. Oh.
It was
China
just break
promo. Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe they just put it. Yeah, it's so weird.
He's going to better of everyone. You know?
No one wants to play as these. Like, they don't feel confident. That's a Hail Mary. After all, it's like we're 8 maps in, and how many maps are there in the pool? Like 15.
Yeah, 15 plus tiebreaker.
It's half of the pool out the window. It is Pulse. You called it.
Yeah, that's the most sensible pick right now. They're still going with Ride. It was working out for them before, so they were sticking to it.
Well, it almost didn't, because it was illegal to trap the other speedy pick that was the
It was
700.
very close, but still, that was a good pick for them.
See, I think this pick is better, actually, than illegal trap, because it's not as hard.
Yeah, I think so too. It's pretty hard in terms of density, but it's not as fast.
Yes. And we saw the Philippines with the accuracy advantage when it came to the easier chord stream maps. So hopefully they'll also be able to pick it up on the faster chord stream map.
Okay, so here we go now. This is the pick number 9. And I can't really comment that much from now. There's still no many notes. Difference is pretty insignificant. No misses. But the song starts to pick up just now as QX finds the first miss of the map, followed by Sangpak and Intoser now. No combos anymore.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect there to be. This is just so dense.
Yeah, but Philippines is having a pretty big accuracy advantage right now, especially with Zangpan 85%.
Yeah, that is huge.
What happened to Sangpak there?
Zangpan just couldn't keep up with the density.
This must just be like past that slight threshold where you can no longer hold a combo.
Yeah. QX is still holding a slightly higher accuracy than Ectozer, but Kura is winning with Zankon by over 2%. That's a very decisive lead. And here you go, the second dance from stream.
Sangpak is just missing a lot now, which is weird from him. If there's one player I expect to combo a lot, that's Sangpak.
His level of density is just too hard for him.
I gotta say, Intoser wasn't looking great at the start of the match, but I think he's really trying to show up. That's a 99.1% accuracy here.
Yeah, that is a pretty amazing accuracy, and he comboed that core stream as well.
think Philippines might have just found a spot where they can keep picking without feeling too scared of. If they can find like this kind of picks which are like more physically demanding, could maybe force Sangfang and just make this kind of thing happen. You can see the difference here. It's just Sangfang. QX is pretty much equal to Entozer. He's like slightly behind. It's actually equal to Brad. But Sangfang was way behind everyone else.
Actually, that performance pretty amazing. 2200 still.
I mean,
That's
I
a
gotta
pretty
say,
ridiculous score.
it does make sense if they can choose maps that force Zhongfang to perform badly. But I mean, China did fine on they did fine on illegal tap, and that's like equally as physically.
Although with the maps remaining in the pool, they only really have Vend left for Rice Picks to pick.
I
mean,
think
they
they're
only
gonna be
really
heading to
need
Van.
one more to force a tiebreaker. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's getting very close to the match point. Well, before Philippines can get around to that, it is China's pick again. You were saying Chocolate Girl for
yeah,
China, and I agree
Chocolate
because
Girl. Maybe TC, that could work too. I think those are the two go-for picks for China if they don't want to go for SBs, because they very well cool.
I see SV. I see the word SV in chat. Looks like they're considering it.
I wouldn't expect them to pick it now, and yeah, they're the Chocolate Girl.
I think that's a no SV. We're playing long notes.
I'm slightly surprised that they're avoiding Tifsi for so long, though.
Yeah, that's interesting. As far as
I mean-
pure long notes, TFC is more long oriented than Chocolate Girl. Also, they're really hard long notes.
Yeah, but it's so long, and most of the chart is kind of easier in the long note department. Like, it doesn't really get really insane until the ending. So maybe China's afraid of putting that consistency accuracy battle, because we have seen China struggling in terms of like long consistent accuracy. We saw, I mean, especially on the warm-up, that Philippines was leading quite well. Do you remember that OD0 map by Kenzie?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, you're
sure, it's
right.
OD0, but for like the first 3 quarters, Philippines was just way ahead in terms of accuracy, and when the map just got really, really harder, China didn't really have that much room to get back into the map anymore. So
Well
maybe
said.
that's why they're afraid of picking that.
I do think TFC is in a space where, like, kind of a no man's land where it's not in either team's comfort zones.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, if we got to tiebreaker, that might as well be the map that is ignored. I don't think so. I think We Are Gonna Die makes more sense as an ignore pick, unless China, I don't know, wins this map and breaks point, then they could go for that as a match sealer.
It is the case that if they go to tiebreak, only one map is going to be ignored.
Yeah.
So regardless of the picking strategy, it looks like they're going to have to play almost all of them anyway.
Yeah, and I would expect the Philippines to go with Vend right after this.
Yeah, they definitely can't ignore Ven. Not when we're this far into the match.
Yeah, so far slight advantage from China, but Satori is missing.
Oh yeah, that advantage is very superficial.
Pretty minor, yeah, that miss from Saturday, but now, oh, there's a trade between Kura and QX, and Tor's the only full combo remaining here. But China's gonna take advantage out of that as they have the accuracy advantage, and I just say China,
That's a double miss. And those are really pulling ahead now, almost at 99.3.
The difference is still
really
almost non-existent. So Satori misses, and now a slight advantage to Philippines.
If Philippines can get a break point right now, they can avoid even playing the tiebreaker. Entozer is really showing. Oh man, if you're on China's team, this does not feel good because you don't want to be beat on your own home turf of long note map.
well, but I mean, if you are the Chinese players, you see your scores, they're both on the 99, so they have a pretty comfortable way to get back into it if Entorsa misses, and he does.
Oh my god, you what? You're absolutely right. Chinese accuracies are only going up, and it looks like Kura's accuracy is only going down.
That's the main issue here. I'm actually surprised that Toaster is the one keeping up with the accuracy here. Sure, he has been doing amazingly in the previous maps, but this long no density, arguably not that high as the other picks, but I thought it was going to be better for Kura than for Toaster.
Yeah,
His accuracy is
absolutely.
very low.
Kura's focus might be dropping or something. It is very far into the match. They've already played 9 songs.
Yeah, the stamina factor is definitely a thing too, but it doesn't seem to matter for Kura as he's holding his combo up, and Toaster finds a miss now, traded the one that QX had before. This lead from the Philippines, though not insane, is good enough to keep him afloat. If they miss one more time, they can still hold it, and there is the miss from Toaster, so they cannot afford any more mistakes now.
Doesn't look like this solo section is giving anyone trouble. Actually, a bit of a break, if anything.
China's on the lead now, though.
Go! I spoke too
Very
soon.
close. We're getting to
Toaster's
this
accuracy
last
is
long
dropping.
nose. Only a quarter. Oh, look at the difference! It's 140 points!
Oh
my
my god.
Client
It's
pauses.
104 points. This client just lags for a moment and displays how close this match is. Oh no! And we're still missing the last section.
Okay,
Every
we're back,
single
we're back.
300 counts.
This is gonna be insane.
QX with a miss though. That's gonna be the advantage to Philippines. Another miss.
Oh, QX
Oh
is
my
dropping really
God.
far below the 99%. Cannot afford that right now.
Kura, if you don't drop, like, it's on your combo. You cannot afford to miss here. He's dropping accuracy and Satori's, so that trade's pretty equal, and Toaster now drops, and China is doing their best. They're keeping up, and they're getting
Oh my
back
god, this is
into
so
it.
close.
It's so close at the ending. This last long nose might be the kill. As Kura's keeping that combo up, it's not gonna be enough. China, they're pulling ahead. As long as there's no breaks, they'll take. And
Oh
it's
my God.
very, very close, but I don't see it. Saturday and QX, but QX with a double miss at the end.
It misses.
Oh my god,
Oh,
it comes to
It
the
was so
wire.
close.
Oh, and they take it anyway. China
1,400 points.
equals the series again. Oh my god, that's
That was so
1,400 points of this.
And it was also
Wow.
pure accuracy because Kura's only had 2 misses, Entoser only had 2 misses with some LN breaks, but Kura's accuracy just wasn't.
It just wasn't enough. Like, that ratio is the main killer because sure he had a lot of 200s, but double the 300 count of every other player.
Yeah,
With
His
ratio
combo
alone, he
wasn't-
could have brought it up.
his combo
Back up.
wasn't enough to carry.
It was really that last section that gave up the ghost for Philippines because they did have the slight lead in there, but Kura and Entoser both dropped their accuracy a little bit on that really dense part, while China just kept it up.
What does Philippines pick now, though? It's got to be Ben. There's no way they go for the SVs, and I don't think they're gonna go for TFC.
At this point, all the players are playing maps they don't want to play. It is the least of the evils that they have to pick right now.
And there's only 3 picks left. Vent, Tipsy, and we're all gonna die.
I gotta say, those are some evil picks. I'm wondering if Philippines is regretting the ban on Picture Just Perfect. Or who was that who banned that?
That was China. That was China.
That was okay. So I guess Philippines is feeling bad that China banned that one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, China hit the right spot with the ban. I think Philippines did as well with Aurora, honestly. Both
You know, sometimes like bans, you only get one of them, so sometimes it doesn't matter that much to just like ban both the SD maps and just play like a normal tournament match. But in this case, because it got so close to the wire, every single pick counts, and that's one very crucial pick that China might have taken away.
These two teams fighting for the spot on the grand finals to face next week whoever wins the match against Korea and the loser of this. Every single 300 counts right now. We saw it on the previous map. It was very, very close, and Philippines now, I think, on a worse position than China, I will argue. They need to win Ben no matter what happens if they pick it. they can. I think there's an argument to be made about Tipsy. I think Philippines could go for Tipsy, but everything just points at Ben. It's a core jack map, so it's very unpredictable. You can be very good at Rice, but be very bad at core jack. That has been a thing.
I mean, given how long they're spending to discuss this, I'm guessing that they're bad enough at Ven that they might actually be better at long notes than at
I
Ven.
think their main issue is that not that they might be bad on Ben. Okay, they're going for Tipsy, but I think they are just scared because they have no clue how good China could be.
Yeah.
Yes, that's very true.
And for them to go for an LN pick this late, that's interesting. They must be really uncomfortable on Vent.
They must really not like the SPs.
I think this is a safe pick, though. I think this is safer than Ben. As crazy as that sounds. Like,
I'm not gonna say
Ben
it's
could
safe.
have been like the pick they make, like a 50-50. I don't know. Something they just don't know how China will do, so there's no way for them to predict it. It could very well be that China can't core jack at all.
But the thing is, QX will for sure do well, and his accuracy is probably the best in the lobby, so he would be really good on Ben. But that might be why they're not feeling so confident on it.
If we're talking about safety here, I would say like picking TFC is like going on a construction site without a hard hat, but picking TFC is like driving without a seatbelt. No, I said TFC twice. It's like nothing is safe, but you gotta pick one.
Yeah, that is correct.
I'm feeling nervous.
Cards.
TFC is such a long map that nerfs are gonna be a thing for a long time.
This is a really chance to be demanding consistency for anyone.
Oh yeah.
Oh, interesting. It seems like Satori was asked to be different or himself playing this one. So I mean, that could be a good thing for Philippines. It could also mean that both of them are really good at the maps.
However, the thing is that China was avoiding this chart for the entire match, so they can't be really confident on it. Otherwise, they would pick it.
Fair enough.
One can only argue that.
We did touch on this earlier, but it's worth repeating that this is a fight for a spot in the top 2 of the tournament.
Yeah, the winner of this match moves on to the grand finals. And the loser will have to fight for this spot against South Korea.
Right off the gates here, Satori and Kura both traded misses at the same note, so combos are literally equal, as equal as they can get. But the accuracy here from Kura is slightly lower than Satori, and that's why China's on the lead. I'm actually surprised that Satori's accuracy is not on the 19th. I mean, just get into it, back to it. I was expecting his accuracy to be the one on top of everyone else.
QX is still hold the highest accuracy, although only slightly above him.
Yeah, the lead looks really small, but because the map is so long, each shade will try to be small.
Here we go, starting to pick up a little bit. This first chorus isn't the hardest, but it's certainly gonna be a thing for both of these teams. Could very well miss at any point here due to just fatigue, right? They have been playing this match for more than 10 maps now. This is number 11. So as much as this is consistency, you can only get choked and chokes as the concentration starts to fall away, and there it is, and Toaster is the one.
I guess West is doing a lot better than he did on the previous map. Like, this time a lot higher than Entosa and Satori. Actually, both Chinese players doing better than both Philippine players.
I think Philippines might be starting to regret about their picks now. See Entosa's screen, he now struggling to get back up into this. He's gonna need like a shorter break or something in order to tighten up his hit window again. And it's not working out. Kura's accuracy also is very, very low.
Looks like Kura's hitting a bit early.
Might also be that Ben was such a bad pick for them that they had to go for them.
No,
a
it's been-
very long map, and the difference is already high.
Oh my gosh. I think what we were talking about at the very start of the match, one of these teams has to run out of good picks, and we said it was gonna be Philippines, and I think it might have just happened.
Okay, so here's the strat. Here's the ultimate strat. What if Philippines pick this in order to leave China without good picks? So they have to make the difficult choice.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
I mean, think it that way, right? Because if Philippines pick something they are not sure if they're gonna, because like for example, Ben, it's a Korjak map. You don't know if China will do well because sure, QX might just destroy the map, but you never know about the second one. So you pick Ben and you fail. So China has to pick this one and they just win. Now that they pick this instead, Ben is a choice that China is afraid to make still because they don't know if Philippines will do that great on. And they have the SV map, which sure they have Wilben Chan for it, but they haven't picked this far, so I don't know.
I don't think that makes any sense. I'm sorry, what?
I don't know. We're gonna see after this. If China wins this and Philippines somehow pulls the miracle, I'm gonna be pretty. I mean, if China takes more than 2 minutes to pick the next, then that strat could have been legit.
Who knows? I'm not a tournament player. I do not know what the strats are. I just talk about things. As we get into the break, we can kind of see how the standings are. It's still QX on top, Satori bringing up the second. Entos are trying to keep up with Satori, but still in third place in terms of accuracy.
Kakura is actually sad. He's holding the worst accuracy, but his combo is so huge.
Oh my god. Notice. Pulling a Wilben. Wait, no. Pulling a Zhang.
That difference is unrecoverable though at this point, even though the last section is the hardest one as we're seeing in terms of long no time. The difference is so high right now that it's pretty much impossible back. As crazy as this combo by Kakura is, it's not gonna be enough to take their pick, and what a moment to find a breakpoint for China. Though they're actually hard here, I don't think it's gonna be, and this difference is way there were big drops by both X and Satori on that last pattern. This Sing combo is gonna
Oh, here's
both of them, for both Kura and Toast. So now they're corner, they drop on pick, and now picks with match point in their head. They need break.
Oh man, the four breakpoint match, that might be too much hype to handle. Breakpoints going to tiebreaker, that would be insane. So, China might as well flip a coin now because it's Vend or we're all gonna die.
Depends if they feel confident on either one of those. And Dozer did say before that SB is gonna be the death of everyone. So I'm not sure if they're very comfortable on it. This might be a good approach for China to pick the SB chart.
And yep, they're going for it. We're gonna die. We're all gonna die.
Satori saying we're all gonna die in both senses of the phrase.
That's the ideal last pick.
And I think this sounds like game over. This sounds like game over.
Yeah,
Unfortunate.
you can never tell with FC maps. There could always be one person who didn't practice. But Philippines is on their last leg.
This is a very upper pick. Especially for a match ender.
Counting for the tiebreaker though. So China been around.
sure.
I was like expecting out Philippines. Sentosa and Kura are just playing for the map.
We're all gonna die.
We are.
Anyway, let as well enjoy yourself.
That is coverage for free. It comes down Saturday. For Sentosa and Kura.
Die. We're all gonna die.
Actually.
Even the everyone does.
What if we see like the fourth?
So it's last. I did see team fails in Fire World Cups before.
You should have practice and you were right, the Jacks.
Yeah,
Death of them.
the main difficulty of
I'm actually trying to shake a little. If I'm nervous, how
Yeah,
are
they have to.
Philippines players, Chinese players feeling that?
they have to be absolutely nerve-wracking.
And here we go, the countdown starts. Last 5 seconds could very well be the end of the match, or could be the beginning. Will Wintosa and
We're all
Kura
gonna die.
there, as all gonna die.
Dude, it's like it's building up the nerves.
This is an ID for the last game. And those were the first 200. Satori also getting some. Here we go. Nobody missed on the first jack.
That is a lead in Philippines right now, though.
Yes, actually, Wilbur-chan not keeping up with this. Oh my god, he's actually struggling quite a lot here. Oh
Dropped
no!
already. No, S rank.
Kama, you were right. He just can't hit those jacks.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
Oh man, this is looking very good for the Philippines now. And I told you, they left China without the right pick. And the map is not over yet. It's nowhere near.
And these are holding very strong. After finally.
Madman. Cool the map. The lava still.
Wow, they're both.
This lead is huge though. 50,000 points here.
Yeah, both of the Philippines players are above 90. Sorry, the better player on Chinese side.
We're all gonna die. Anyway, let as well enjoy yourself.
He is not able to keep up with the S rank here. Wilvin Chan either. Philippines is just destroying this map. The map is almost over, and it's gonna be the tiebreaker and Kura.
Wow.
Will he get? Oh, he does. He missed. Oh no!
Die.
He released completely, hit the rest of the pack, and 100,000 points. What a
And we're gonna
win
be
for the
seeing-
Philippines!
It's
Tiebreaker.
the tiebreaker, the first tiebreaker in bracket stage, and what a place to get it.
This is so historical. When's the last time a winners bracket finals match has gone to tiebreaker? That's so
It
It
was
crazy.
was
crazy.
Brazil versus Singapore last year when they actually failed the tiebreaker.
But that wasn't winner's bracket, that was loser's bracket.
Oh yeah, you're right. This is the first time in history I think we're seeing a tie on the winners finals for
Yeah.
7 Keyboard Cup.
And
We
this is
are
gonna
about
be...
to sink to the deep sea world
Oh wow.
with the 8-star map by Sankansuki. Philippines must be... They like thought they would warp, but it kind of even...
Yeah, as I expected, Wilbin-chan couldn't keep up.
Not to mention, Kura totally popped off. Kura was talking about how he always chose to keep with those jacks like a boss.
So it's time. It's time for the tiebreaker.
This is the moment that the entire tournament has been building up to. Last match of the first weekend of finals. We've gone 6-6. We played 12 maps. And we have another... And the last map is ultimate. You need to have nerves of...
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Die.
We're just waiting for the map swap, and we're gonna be getting ready for the tiebreaker.
For whoever wins this...
Anyway, might as well enjoy yourself.
the spot in the top 2 of the tournament. They're gold. That is monumental.
And it's gonna be a special for which haven't been in
Absolutely. Song, the sweet sound of chroma.
They have to be filled.
I need a few defense.
So in a really hard tiebreaker, this is gonna be a real test of their skills. And with 90 or even 100 minutes into this match,
Oh man,
We've had
I don't
100 minutes.
I don't think we're gonna see any fails. Because the tension and the hype here. But this map is so...
See, the difference between last year's tiebreaker and this year's tiebreaker. Well, first of all, last year... Well, what's the talk about? I'd wait, like, last year all failed because of the relentless difficulty. While in this one, difficulty is mostly isolated in a few sections with brackets.
but the last year the fails happened because of SV actually in the break.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Yeah.
That was so dumb. They just didn't see it coming because they didn't think they would have to play the tiebreaker. No SVs in this map though.
Here we go. Now we are talking. Zhangfang is actually... Oh no! Zhangfang is sitting very, very early there. I thought he had the wrong scroll speed for a moment, but he seems to be back up now.
So not significant at the start at least.
Yeah, more of a mind game. It doesn't feel good. Your nerves are gonna be even worse if you're coming from behind.
I think this is the map for Entosa to shine though. If there is one map that Entosa should crush, I think it's gonna be this one. Like, this gets so
Only one
much
match is
harder
Jax.
than everything else.
Yeah, and those are the only one keeping the combo so far. Everyone missed on the jacks.
If you are in the chat, people in the chat, show your support to China or to Philippines, whoever you are cheering for, because they'll definitely need it now. Kura and Entosa are having a extraordinary lead so far, actually. Both really close to the 99s. One of them actually already in it. But QX and Sangfang not even hitting the 98, so really good start here for the Philippines.
Entos are
So
finally
there's
breaking, but there's misses everywhere from everyone.
This is an unexpectedly strong lead for Philippines. I mean, okay, we're getting into the core streamy part now, but it is both the Philippine players defeating China in terms of accuracy, and by a significant margin too, because neither QX or Zhangpan is holding on to 98 with much conviction.
Yeah, this is getting slightly closer now. I think QX is picking up his accuracy and Kuri is dropping quite a lot, and then Tozer having issues with his cores, but this as well right here. This core lead is not gonna get all that close, although it's getting closer now. Here going into the brackets. Oh my god, there's so many misses. QX is just keeping his accuracy up, but Sangfan is on the 96 now.
Yeah, those are
That's
some
gonna
massive
be in
drops.
favor of Philippines.
Oh, Philippines held on to the lead through that part. That was so tense. I was holding my breath. QX is now really up there though. Definitely rivaling Entozer as far as accuracy. Zhangpan is gonna go.
Tozer might struggle with this. QX is a miss as well. There's a trade, and Sangfan needs to somehow get back in terms of accuracy. This Jax producing breaks to pretty much everyone. Not looking good for China so far. There's still a third of the map remaining, so anything can happen. The lead is about 20,000 points. You know, if Sangfan cannot get his accuracy back up here, they're gonna need to expect something from Kura, like a lot of drops from, and that doesn't seem to be happening right now. Maybe in the second section of brackets, it could be enough if QX does something proper. But then Tozer and Kura are now dropping on this mini long no section. QX trades one miss, so it's in favor of China now. Score lead is getting slightly closer.
I think all depends on.
It's not that close actually. Will they get it though? Now on this release timings,
QX's accuracy is still growing. QX already has the 90, and he's winning with Enzer and Kura, but Zhangfan is still losing. By about half percent.
If anyone
will this be enough?
Oh, the lead is
Oh,
shrinking.
Sangfang tanking. QX also missing. Kura and Tozer are both
They're running away with
doing the impossible here. Comboing through all this, the exact same combo mark. The long nose are not gripping them, and Sangfang is not able to keep up. QX neither. And this is Philippines, it's all Philippines. They drop a lot of accuracy, but it doesn't matter.
What a performance! Kura taking victory lap. Like almost on China. They destroyed China on this
the fact that they comboed the last part, the last course stream, that was insane.
That was crazy.
How did they do that?
That is the match,
have
everyone.
no idea.
7-6, Philippines. Oh wow.
I
And
have
Philippines
no idea
will-
how, but that combo on the end. Odin, Tozer, and Kura playing out of their minds throughout the entire match. And that combo at the end just shows again how better the Philippines got this.
Yeah, this is an insane performance, both of them.
Oh, that was the last match of the weekend, but we have more finals coming up next week when Philippines. Philippines will sit tight for now, while China has to go down to the losers bracket and pick up the losers bracket, which is South Korea. And whoever wins that match will go to the grand finals match.
So this is a chance for South Korea for some retribution from China.
Oh yeah.
So this is some interesting matches coming in as we see the bracket now. China versus Korea, and then the winner will face Philippines for the title.
Now, Korea has not lost a single point to anyone except for the times they lost by default, which doesn't really count. So China has their work cut out. I guess they do the reason they semi-finals too.
Against the Korean.
That was a hype match. Oh
Yeah,
my
that was a really good match.
Honestly, kind of worked out. What to teams. in their final. But did really good finals bracket.
This match was easily one of the best seen in the tournament. Sure.
The match seeing in the mania.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but both they were 2 brave each team, and they both back to back. Like
Yeah, that was insane.
there's never a point where any team's leading for more than 1 point. That's
Oh my
with
gosh.
4 break points. That's insane.
Breakpoint and there was only like 8 to 7. That's like half the points. And half the points. It's a quarter.
It was also the fact that it was back.
Both teams
Oh, what a
really
match.
wanted it. Both teams just wanted it a little bit more. Any last thoughts, guys? We gotta be turning off the stream pretty soon.
Well, good luck to all the teams participating in the finals next week. We already saw most of the scores from these teams on the match, but it's gonna be interesting. I hope someone can finally dethrone South Korea. If there's
but
a team
that's
to do,
That's something we'll see next, actually, right? This is the last match of the weekend.
if there's a team to dethrone South Korea, it's Philippines right now.
They have to train a lot this week, though. We have seen scores from Korea during the matches of yesterday, actually, against both the US and Thailand. Are really spooky. Philippines will really need to train to analyze those scores they have seen and try their best to dethrone South Korea, actually, because South Korea has been winning this cup for way too long.
Absolutely.
So that's gonna be it for today and for the weekend. We're gonna see you all next weekend with South Korea versus China. That's gonna be the first, and then whoever wins will be facing the Philippines on the grand final. Hype yourself up for that. Check the schedule on the wiki, should be up probably tonight, if not tomorrow. Hope you all enjoyed it, because I mean, if you did, I don't know what to say. It does better than this.
Oh yeah.
Hope you had a great time. I guess we'll see you next weekend for coverage of the big move.